So this is low bass right here, guys. It literally pushes out a ton of air out of your subwoofer enclosure. You can actually feel the ear too. You guys can feel the ear pressure and those stuff. Turn up this thing some more. Look at this. Can you guys hear my door rattling, bro? This is 32 hertz right here. This is low bass right here. You can actually see the door shaking too. Look at this. And you can hear it too. This is what low bass basically does. Low bass versus high bass. When it comes to having bass, everybody have their own preference. I want to know your preference at the end of this video, and I will be telling you guys which bass I prefer out of the high bass or low bass. So let's jump right into the video. So as I said, guys, everybody have their own preference, and when it comes to low bass, I consider low bass as anywhere from 1 hertz to 39 hertz, and when it comes to high bass now, I consider high bass as anything above 40 hertz basically. What low bass does, low bass pushes out a lot more air out of your subwoofer enclosure, and it rattles and like basically causing an earthquake around you. So when your low bass is playing, you can feel the ground shaking, you can see your windows flexing inside, everything inside your house is shaking, all of that. That's with low bass. Low bass is more of a sound quality bass. Now with high bass, it's very loud. Like you can feel it pounding in your chest, and it's just super loud, bro. Like it's just loud. It won't be pushing out as much air as the low bass, but it get loud, very loud, easily too. So it's gonna be harder to produce the lower bass than the higher bass. With the higher bass, it's very easy to produce, but with the low bass though, you have to consider certain factors when designing for your bass. Some of those factors to achieve the right low bass is getting a custom box. A custom box is what does all the work when it comes to producing your bass. And you guys have to tune your box low too. You guys can tune your box from what y'all prefer. If you guys love the 20 hertz frequency, you guys can tune your box to 20 hertz or around that hertz range. If you guys love the 30 hertz, you guys can also tune your box at 30 hertz. And with that frequency range, your subwoofer will be playing around that frequency. It won't be playing all the frequency at once. You have to actually consider getting maybe a 4th order or 6th order for that bandpass. But for a simple box that plays lows, just consider getting a box that's built for your subwoofer and the tuning is low. That's the #1 tip in producing the low bass. And to achieve the right high bass now, it's very easy. You guys can just use a prefab box basically. A prefab box doesn't play the lows as well. So with the prefab box, it's very easy to produce the high bass. And some other enclosure what people be using is subwoofer enclosure called a horn enclosure. That's what we call it. That box is designed to play high bass, hard bass, and it plays super loud, bro. Like if you guys want high bass, I would recommend for you to try to get that horn box for the high bass. But for the low bass, try to consider getting a custom box. So I'll be showing you guys the difference between low bass and high bass. I'll be doing some music tests, some frequency tests to show y'all what low bass does and high bass does. So let's go. I'll be playing this 32 hertz frequency here so I can show y'all what low bass does, what I just explained, and all of that. So here we go. Turn it up. Okay. So this is low bass right here, guys. It literally pushes out a ton of air out of your subwoofer enclosure. You can actually feel the ear too. You guys can feel the ear pressure and those stuff. Turn up this thing some more. Look at this. This is what low bass does. Let me close the trunk now. It flexes everything around you, bro. You can see the door rattling. Look at the trunk flexing. You can feel the ground shaking. Now inside my house now. Can you guys hear my door rattling, bro? This is 32 hertz right here. This is low bass right here. You can actually see the door shaking too. Look at this. And you can hear it too. This is what low bass basically does. guys can see my steering wheel flexing. Look at this, everything is flexing with the low bass, bro. Every single thing. Every single thing. Can see my side door is flexing too. Every single thing is flexing. So when having low bass, it just basically causes an earthquake around you. It just basically causes an earthquake around you. So everything around you will just be vibrating. You like the sound wave. The sound wave with the low bass, it will be traveling far away to, so your neighbors, they will hear the music as well when it comes to low bass, and it will be shaking their house too. So I'll be giving y'all a demo on the high bass now to show y'all what it basically does. So let's go. So here we go now. This is the high bass, guys. I have a 45 hertz test tone here to show y'all the difference wise when it comes to low bass versus high bass. So this is the high bass right now. Let's turn it up. As you guys can see, it's not pushing out as much air as the low bass, but it sounds pretty loud. It sounds pretty loud. It's not doing as much flexing and shaking as the low bass, but it's very loud. It sounds very loud, guys. There's nothing rattling really. It just sounds loud. So I'm back inside my house now, guys, and the door is not rattling. We're on the 45 hertz for the high bass, and the door is not rattling. I'm not hearing anything shake inside my house. So that's with the high bass. High bass now, guys. The high bass is sounding loud, but nothing is flexing. This thing is barely flexing. It's barely flexing. Nothing is rattling on my car. As you guys can see, there's no flexing or anything on my car with the high bass. It's just super loud. You can feel it. You can actually feel it in your chest. You can feel it in your chest. It's just super loud when it comes to the high bass. So that's high bass right there. You guys can actually tell the difference between low bass and high bass. I explained everything in the video, and I want you guys to let me know which bass y'all prefer. For my preference, of course, I prefer low bass all day, any day, anywhere, anytime. Low bass is one of my favorite bass to rock with, and I don't think I will ever change from having low bass. So if you guys enjoyed that little video, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will be catching you guys in my next video. Love y'all, guys. Peace.